Today, we're going to make a snowflake. As you cold climate hopscotchers may know, every snowflake is different, but they all have something in common. They're hexagonal, which means they have 6 sides, and each of those 6 sides is the same. So no matter what kind of snowflake you make, it should have this basic recipe. Draw the first side, turn a little, repeat 5 more times. So whether it looks like this, or this, or this, it's that basic framework that makes it a snowflake. So let's pick our artist first. So you're in the editor. Now tap on the plus symbol on the top right corner and you'll see the characters. And I'm going to pick Chalana because she's used to cold climates. So I want to give her a rule. So add a new rule. And the rule says that when I tap on Chalana, so when character is tapped, she's going to draw this snowflake. So the way to draw a snowflake, or anything for that matter, is by leaving a trail. So go to the drawing menu, which is the purple menu, and pull out the leave a trail block. By the way, if you want to drag a block around, you need to drag it on the left side, where those 3 little lines are. That's where you grip it. And then you can move it wherever you want. So anyway, leave a trail says that when Chalana moves forward 300, that's that red block, she will draw a line with this width and this color. So let's make some changes. I'm going to make the color dark blue, and I'm going to make the width 60. So let's see what that looks like. Great. So as you can see, the leave a trail block has a sort of horseshoe shape. Whatever move blocks you put in here determine where Chalana goes, and so long as these blocks are inside the leave a trail block, she'll draw a line with these traits as she's moving. If the move trails are outside, she won't draw anything. So let's draw our first snowflake branch. If it helps, think of this as Chalana walking around in the snow and leaving a trail as she walks around, the way you would from a bird's eye view. So if we want this shape, like this, first we'll have her move all the way over here. And this would be our branch. And then we would move back half of the way so she's in the center of that branch. Then we would turn a little bit so that she can make her first twig. And we would move forward this much, and now she's made her first twig. Then we'd backtrack back to the center of the branch, and then we'd turn all the way down here so she's facing this way, and now she can move forward to make the next twig. So she moves forward for that, and then we would backtrack back to the center of the branch, and we would turn so she's facing forward again, and we would move back all the way to the center of the snowflake. And I know that was a lot to take in, so let's do it step by step. So we already have her moving 300 with this block, and we've just made our branch. Let's drag out another move forward block, which you find under the red menu of movement, to have her move back to halfway in the middle of the branch. So move forward -150. So if she's facing right, that makes her move left. That's what negative numbers do. Now we need her to turn so she can make the twig like this. So we have to turn and make it 60 degrees. So drag out the turn block, which you can also find in the movement menu, put it under there, and make it 60 degrees. Now she's facing the correct way to make the twig. So she can now move forward 80. So drag out a move forward block and type in 80. And now she's moved forward and drawn her twig. And now we can move her back to the center of the branch by moving forward -80. Now let's turn her to make the next twig. So if we turn her -60, then that would move her back to facing right. But we want to turn her another -60 so that she can face the other twig. So first drag out a turn with -60, and then drag out another turn with another -60, and now she's facing the correct way to make the second twig. So move her forward 80 to draw that twig. So move forward 80. And then, to get her to walk back to where she was, move her forward again another -80, like this. So now she's back on the branch. Great. Now you've made all the twigs. It looks great, except we need to move her back to the center of the snowflake. So turn her 60 so that she's facing right again, and then move her forward -150, which will bring her back to the center of the snowflake. Great! Whew! So all of that was her drawing one branch of the 6 that we need for this snowflake. So now we just have to do the other 5. But ugh, that sounds like so much work to just do all that code over again. How about we take a shortcut? And the way we do that is by making an ability, which basically saves groups of code to be reused later. So to make an ability, tap on the gray plus symbol next to My Abilities. And we'll call this Draw One Branch. Now drag that out so it's the first block in the Leave a Trail block. And let's drag out all of these move and turn blocks in here so that we can put them into this ability. So now we have one block that does all of this. Amazing! So now all we have to do is draw the rest of the snowflake is tell Chalana to draw 6 more branches, turning a little bit between each one. So drag out a turn block and type in 60 degrees. Now, instead of typing ability, turn, ability, turn, ability, turn, let's drag out a repeat block and pull these 2 blocks into it. And now it will repeat 6 times. Nice! Wow, you just made the entire snowflake like a boss. Now all of this drew us a snowflake shape with a 60 width and a dark blue color. But what if we wanted to put other layers on top of this, like this? Wow, that looks cool. Well, one way to do that would be to create another ability that draws the entire snowflake. So let's go back to the plus symbol and let's make a new ability and call your new ability Draw a Full Snowflake. Now, drag your snowflake code, which is these 3 blocks. It's branch and turn 6 times, so these 3. You just drag that into this new ability, and you close that up, and now this one block draws the entire snowflake. How cool is that? So now, let's give it some pretty layers by drawing a new snowflake on top of the old one. And we can do that by having a thinner, brighter layer. So pull out a Leave a Trail block, which you find under Drawing, and let's make this layer thin and bright blue. So let's set it to 40, and the color should be, I'm going to pick this. But by the way, you can pick any color you want. And now just drag your snowflake ability into this Leave a Trail block. Cool, right? Now we can do that one more time with the central white layer by pulling out one more Leave a Trail block and putting a snowflake block into that. And now let's make this color white and this width 15. And voila, you have a beautiful multi-layered snowflake. So now that you've learned how to make a snowflake, why don't you try making your own shape? You can make it any shape you want, like this, or this, or this. And any color you want, too. Be creative. Good luck!